You're live.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's the one only Senior Silverback himself, and we're back with Cuss with Gus. It's that time of the day again on Thursday. So without further ado, let's unleash the man. Gus, what's going on, buddy? How are you?
Happy Thursday, brother. How are you, man?
Happy Thursday, man. I'm hanging in there. Lots to talk about.
Yeah, that's an understatement. Happy holidays and happy 4th of July too.
Oh, thank you, sir. You as well. You as well. Apart from that, man, there's a lot of things going on. Where do you want to begin, man?
I have shamelessly. I was trying to enjoy my holiday weekend, and I was telling CJ before we went live. I have shamelessly been addicted to Twitter the last 3 days.
I'm sure you were.
The CNN blackmail hashtag. So it looks like the great 2017 doxing and meme wars and GIF wars are upon us. And I'm not sure if you've been following it as closely as I have or not, but the story is just fucking incredible. It's the whole thing's incredible, and the way they're reacting to it each day is incredible. If you go back and look at like their tweet history and what the tone they're using and what they're saying, it started off on July 4th at night,
right?
And then yesterday was July 5th. They had a war track that they were projecting yesterday, and today is the most incredible thing. So let me back up. So and most listeners might have heard, it's been all over Fox News. Fox News is covering it. All Drudge Report has been covering it the last 2-3 days. CNN tracked down the GIF creator who, so for some reason, they thought it was important that they tracked down this anonymous internet GIF creator last week when Trump, this, by the way, that's the most retweeted and liked tweet of all time now. It's official in Twitter's existence. Trump tackling the CNN logo. So what are the fucking geniuses at CNN do? The journalists and producers, they go after researching and doxing the person who they thought, anyway. It turns out it might not even be the right person. The person who created the fucking GIF, it came from an anonymous message board, I believe, on Reddit, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So it turns out they somehow, some way, they found the guy. They uncovered his real identity. And this is where everything gets a little bit fuzzy. They actually wrote an article about it. On Independence Day, on July 4th, they wrote an article about it, basically saying, we found the guy, we got him to apologize deeply. We're not going to go public because he's deleted everything. We're not going to expose who he is. And then they basically are like, we got him to kiss our ass, delete everything. He's really, really sorry. So we're going to keep him quiet right now. But then at the bottom of it, and they said, if anything changes, we reserve the right to take him public. So for all those who don't know, this is part of what started with Gamergate a couple of years ago and has been since the explosion of the internet the last 10 years. It's called doxing. It's basically when you start publishing information about people online, and there's different there's different degrees of doxing. Some people want to stay anonymous. You, me, a lot of my handle shit is anonymous, only because I don't want to commingle my personal life with my political views and my business and blah blah blah. And we're anonymous. This is me getting off track slightly, but dude, we're bullion dealers.
Right.
So a lot of what we do, dude, me, Will, and employees, we are under constant threat, in our minds at least, how we protect ourselves. We are under constant threat of kidnapping, armed robbery, murder, burglary, blah blah blah. So when you're in the bullion business, you have to think about that kind of shit. Like so you got to be careful about physical location, where people know you're at. And again, you're trying to think ahead of criminals. You're like, all right, what if someone kidnaps me at night and wants to fucking raid the company fucking bullion? So we're constantly trying to protect ourselves. It's a precaution. You know, bank managers do the same fucking thing. So anyway, staying anonymous helps people protect themselves from danger. It allows people to speak freely, to conduct business, and it allows them to avoid violence, harassment. Anyway, so it started with Gamergate a couple of years ago, but doxing is when people start exposing people's private information online, and there are different degrees of it. Sometimes it's just outing someone who's anonymous, putting their picture and real name and trying to get it to go viral. And the media is real smart about doing this. When they do it, they basically know after you have someone's name and picture, you kind of figure it out from there. You could cross-reference social media and whatever and try to uncover their address and their phone number and whatever. So that's doxing. And before 3 days ago, it was very, very frowned upon. And there's a gray area in regards to the legalities of it, because some stuff is completely illegal. There's a couple different conversations. It's how you got the data. So if you hacked on someone's shit and got all their data, that's completely illegal without question. If you post or publicly expose someone's medical records or social security number or whatever, also totally fucking illegal. That shit's protected privately. But some shit, it's not illegal to go public with, but it's highly, highly unethical. Especially when you start talking about people who might want to bring harm to them, like, you know, media figures or political dissidents or whatever. So that's doxing, exposing someone who doesn't want to be exposed, or even taking someone who is public, like a reporter, and posting all their shit publicly. Here's their home address, here's their phone number, blah, blah, blah. You know, and a lot of that shit, it's technically legal. Like, again, think back to the old Yellow Pages days. You could just people's phone. I mean, so posting someone's name and address isn't technically illegal. But what CNN has done is they've turned it up a notch. They found a private anonymous citizen. They held him hostage because he was posting things they disagreed with or things they found offensive. They made him apologize, delete, and then they put the little asterisk at the bottom saying, we pose the right to change our mind anytime we fucking feel like it, or if you cross the line. There's so many things you could talk about. There's coercion there. There's fucking blackmail. There's extortion. Like, it's like so fucking insane. It's like a mafia type fucking tactic. It's like, we have you by the fucking balls, and if you get out of line again, we're gonna go viral with your shit. So the first day it got released, July 4th, they were bragging about it. They're like, we got this guy. This is what happens when you fuck with CNN. This is what happens when you post offensive shit. You know, we're gonna fucking expose you. But they were bragging about it.
Worst thing they could do.
Dude, so someone read through the whole thing, got it, and I think it was Cernovich, dude. I think Cernovich was the first one to kind of get it, read all the fine print, and see what they were doing. Well, they were bragging about it. They weren't hiding it. And I think Cerno might have been the one that made it go viral, dude, or began the domino effect of the alt-right or light-right or libertarian or conservative or whatever. So from the time it was released on July 4th in late afternoon, early evening, to the middle of the night, hashtag CNN blackmail was like the top trending in the US and like number 2 or 3 in the fucking world. And it continued that way for like 12 or 18 hours. The next day, so at first they were bragging about it. You were able to pull up like CNN producers and reporters saying, you know, this is how we treat internet trolls. Look at them. Dude, they were fucking bragging about doxing. Like, they're like, we'll expose you, then we'll confront you and kiss our ass, so we'll take it public. Like, so that was the first day. The second day, July 5th, yesterday, they changed their tune a little bit to, oh, we're protecting him, actually. We haven't released the information. We're trying to protect him. We're trying to protect him. Dude, that was yesterday. Yeah. Today, they've doubled down and they're trying to rationalize doxing, meaning that there are literally CNN contributors, reporters, and producers on Twitter today, right now, trying to say, if you say things we find offensive, it's actually okay for us to release your name and picture. So you really have to let the light bulb go off in regards to what this means. CNN has essentially given themselves the authority to declare war on citizens. If you troll us, if you say anything we find offensive, a GIF, a meme, whatever, we will take it public. And a line is being crossed here that I can't. Dude, in the time we've known each other, I think this is like one of the most serious fucking things that I've ever seen. Like, it opens up a can of worms that now what they don't know or they haven't figured out yet is, as much as they want to believe that citizens are going to sit here and just take it up the fucking ass, warrior slaves.
Right.
What's going to happen is, and you're already seeing it starting to happen on a lot of the reporters the last 2-3 days, is citizens are just doxing them. So people on like the web or message boards or Reddit, and it ultimately makes its way onto Facebook and Twitter, are basically just saying, oh, by the way, this is where that reporter lives. Here's his home address. Here's his dad's address. Here are their phone numbers. But so the internet is basically like declared war on CNN.
I love
like,
it. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Dude, it's incredible. I can't believe. And then you pointed out, and then this is how fucking insane it is. The reporters are saying they're victims now. They're saying people are threatening to have dance parties outside of our houses. Like the liberals did to Mike Pence. Like, so like the CNN reporters are saying we're getting threats. Like dude, it's the most fucked up story I've ever heard. It's like the fucking Ike Turner, Tina Turner thing. It's like they're beating up citizens. The citizens do the same to them, and they're like, "Wait a minute, these people are threatening us? What the fuck's going on here?" And they're like, "Dude, it's the double standard, the hypocrisy, the delusion of these fucking reporters is, dude, it's insane. They literally think they are God. They think they're accountable to no one. They think the rules that apply to them don't apply to us. Like, they are allowed to destroy your life and threaten you and put you in danger because you're just a nobody. You're a peasant. You're just a fucking citizen serf. Shut the fuck up. They work for fucking CNN. Like, they've had martinis with fucking Bill Clinton. Like, who the fuck are you? Dude, it's the most, they've shown their true colors. Like, we are God, we are authoritarians, we will destroy you, you are nobodies. You really, and today it was the most fucked up thing. Like, yesterday it was not even apologetic, just more justification and trying to, like, you could tell the corporate lawyers were trying to spin it yesterday. Today now we're just starting to see what these people really think. Like, no, if you, like this one bitch, I forget her name, she's like, no, if you say anything misogynist, and she's like a CNN contributor. She's got like 200,000 Twitter followers. She's like, if you say anything misogynist, I'm going to put your name out there. If I got to find out who you are, I'm going to fucking expose you. Like, what? Like, there is no more, there are no more ethics now. They've declared war on the people.
Which is basically the best thing that could happen.
Dude, it might be. This just might be the inevitable anyway. You're right. Maybe this needed to happen. We always talk about maybe there needs to be some sort of fucking like purge, like where people were just wake the fuck up. Because, dude, think about the week they've had, or the 2 weeks they've had with like the Veritas videos dropping. Like, so in the last 2 weeks, we're like, all right, they've basically been exposed. They all, behind closed doors, CNN knows the Russia story is total bullshit. Behind closed doors, CNN knows CNN knows voters are fucking retarded. Behind closed doors, like, so the fucking O'Keefe has just dropped these fucking bombs on them. And then the fucking Trump gift came out. And now they're blackmailing and extorting a fucking, the creator of a funny video because he hurt their feelings.
A funny gif.
Dude, this is incredible. Like, this week has been like, I don't know how they haven't. they still have like this hubris. Like they think they're like above it. Like they're just like cocky fucking New York, LA, and I fucking whatever, their headquarters in Atlanta. Like they're like these pompous fucking journalists who are like, yeah, fuck it, you know, whatever.
And meanwhile, their viewership is plummeting.
Yeah, dude. Their viewership is plummeting, and you would think they would be like, everything that's happened the last 2 weeks, you would think they'd be like embarrassed as fuck.
Nope. That's like they're doubling down.
Dude, it's incredible. It's incredible to watch.
It's like Custer's Last Stand, man. It literally is. It's like, you know, you should have called in retreat. No, you decide to die on the hill you climbed. It's okay. That's exactly what's going to happen. So isn't it funny? These guys have all this, they spend all this time, energy, and effort. They have their crack investigative team. I think it's called the I4 or whatever, some sort of investigative journalist team. And the investigative journalist team is out there, and they are investigating these guys. And they spent all this time to out this one GIF maker on Reddit. But yet they don't have that type of resource or effort to go and actually do some real news work and some real journalism, like maybe try to out Hillary Clinton on some of her things. Nope, no, you won't find them doing that. But for this, they got time.
Yeah, dude. Well, and those have been a few. So aside from the public pushing back and saying, you know, we're just going to start doxing you too. Fuck you. It's also, they said that it's the great 2017 meme wars, right? So they're and one of the funniest ones I've seen is exactly that. It said CNN could find a Reddit troll in 2 hours, can't find Russia evidence in 7 months. Like exactly. It's like, dude, they're just, what the fuck are these people? Like, it's incredible, dude. It's like this is incredible to watch, and how any like Hillary supporter or any fucking Democrat or leftist or liberal could sit here and take all this in and still like think, okay, this is a little bit fucked up. Like, dude, but when you research these people's history, a lot of these reporters, they're all like fucking BuzzFeed guys, former BuzzFeed guys, or fucking, what's the other one? Gawker that got fucking shut down. Right. They're just shady motherfuckers, dude. So the guy who broke this story, who's been fucking crushed the last 2 days, the internet's just exploded on him. His addresses went viral, his phone numbers, like the people just were like, you know what, it's time to fucking give you a taste of your own medicine. This is the same, and I'm not sure if you remember the story or not. This is the same guy who took credit for destroying that girl from like 2 or 3 years ago. I'm not sure if you remember the story or not. Some girl posted a tweet before she got on a flight to Africa, saying, "Hey, getting on dude," and she had like 100 followers or something. It was like some nobody woman on Twitter. She private citizen or whatever. She fucking not a celebrity, whatever. She posted a fucking tweet before she got on a plane to Africa saying, "I'm going to Africa. I hope I don't get AIDS. Oh, never mind. I'm white." Which, yeah, it's a racist funny joke. It's racist and it's funny. I'm sorry, it is.
Right.
Like, we're grown-ups. We could acknowledge something is offensive but yet funny. But what happened to her? She got off the flight in Africa, and like the tweet went viral. The someone she was friends with worked it here, and he got it to the guy at BuzzFeed and blah, blah, blah. So this fucking scumbag from 2 days ago, 3 days ago, who runs the K Files, his Twitter handle, whatever the fuck his name is. He's the CNN reporter, Andrew something. He's the same guy who destroyed that girl's life. So he took the tweet viral, wrote articles about it. She was getting harassed. She was getting death threats. She had quit her job or got fired. I think she got fired. She made a fucking joke and they crucified her, destroyed her fucking life, destroyed her life. And this guy like has been openly bragging about this for like 3 years. This, CNN former BuzzFeed guy. And when you look at their history, like they have a history of this. They're like bullies who love destroying weak people who offend them or cave into their authority or whatever. It's no live and let live. They turn it up a notch. We'll sit here and disagree, and I'll make Bolshevik jokes and use profanity or whatever. But I'm not like fucking trying to get the fucking tranny fired. Like, it's like, I'll fucking tell a few jokes and tell you how fucking fucked up I think the culture is getting, but I'm not trying to ruin your life. I'm not trying to starve you out of existence. And these people do just that, and they're totally fucking cool with it. They actually are like, see, told you so, don't fuck with us. And it's incredible. And I think this might have been the fucking the shot heard around the world. What happened 2 days? Because I haven't seen this since Gamergate. Like the fucking outrage all across the internet. So everyone's uniting and just fucking. It's like a blitzkrieg upon these CNN scumbags. It's like you cross the line, and now you've unearthed, you've taken the handcuffs are coming off. Everyone's like, all right, now we know what we're up against. It's incredible, and you're right, dude. I've been obsessed with it, but you're right. It's probably a fucking blessing. Like
it is. It's the best thing in the world. It's the best thing that could possibly happen, man. You know, the funny thing is, if you look at it, LSD is playing. MSLSD all of a sudden is now out there calling Hillary Clinton a conspiracy theorist. You know? I mean, dude. They're smart enough to know. Okay, let's pull it back a little bit, and let's not be all on the Russia bandwagon thing. But no, Jeff Zucker and CNN, nope, they're not letting off the pedal. They have that pedal fully pressed, and they're going for broke, man. They're going for broke. They've decided this is what they're going to be built on, and it's funny. I think their parent company, Time Warner, is in the middle of a merger, right? And right. Time Warner owns CNN, and they're in the middle of being bought out by a large conglomerate. I wouldn't be surprised if the large conglomerate is seeing CNN as a liability, just throws it off, says, yeah, you don't want to deal with this anymore. That's a very real possibility. We could possibly see the disappearance of this cable network. The way that it's literally plummeting in ratings. They've been rated. They're not too far behind the New York Times, and the New York Times is literally, on the verge of bankruptcy. They're making no money. CNN's following that track, man. And now that this whole Russia thing's blown up, the whole meme wars has begun, and they're going to be unrelenting. People are going to be, okay, you're going to out me. The memes are going to be unrelenting against CNN. It's on.
No, they've been incredible the last 2 days. Like the everything coming out, like the Trump versus CNN new videos that have come out are like, there's one of the Avengers parody, the Karate Kid parody, the fucking they're blowing them up. And dude, I can't imagine. It's not good for these people. Forget about the reporters. They're fucking useless shitheads. I'm talking about like the board of directors, the CFO of the company. Like, what's going through their fucking head? Like, aren't they sitting there thinking this might be bad for fucking business?
Nope.
Like, I don't get it. Are they just all? I mean, and I guess I'm answering my own question. They appear to be just about forwarding a political agenda. Profit be damned. Call me an old-fashioned capitalist. I thought it was all about the dollar. I thought it was about making money here. But
nope.
They don't give a fuck. It's all about pushing a political agenda and power and who runs shit. And they're not stopping, dude. They're relentless. It's incredible, dude. I don't know how they come out the other side of this. I just don't. I don't fucking know.
They don't come out of the other side of this whole entire thing. It's funny, man. You see the libtards and the far left. They've controlled the media for so long, right? And that's how they were able to carry the culture. And this is why we're winning versus them. Our ideology, people in our team, in our camp, we dominate the internet. We own it. Think about that for a second. The most popular shows, the most popular websites, they're all conservative libertarian sites. All of them. Most popular channels, they're all conservative libertarian channels. All of them. They cannot compete. And now here they are, then the crux, the new media is here. They just don't know how to transition. He who controls the internet wins the generation. We own it, man. We own it. And that's something that they don't know what to do. Even with all the help from Silicon Valley, they cannot stop this. They just can't.
Well, I don't think they know. You know, we always talk about it. It's a culture war. It's a generational war. I don't think they know they're coming off as the uncool, authoritarian fucking nerds. Like you know how like when we were growing up, 80s, 90s, like the culture was, regardless of what you were into, when you're young and growing up, you always like frown upon authority, you know, especially outside authority. So remember they would go after video games make you violent, or this music makes you a chauvinist, or so there's always some sort of fucking politician trying to breathe down and I think when we were growing up, I think the Republicans had that stigma about them. I think it was the uber religious right trying to censor rap music or video games, right, or whatever. And I think somehow, some way, the Democrats, and I don't think I even know when it happened. Maybe it happened with Obama. Like the Democrats suddenly now are like the uncool, authoritarian, breathe down your throat, like speech police, thought police. They're the ones. I think they're the ones kids look at now, like, and I'm talking about young kids, age 10, 15, 20. The millennials, again, I think are a lost cause, but I think they look at them and they're like, these are like authoritarian fucking nerds who like want to control.
Exactly.
They want to control the jokes we say on a golf course or in a locker room or wherever. Like I can't tell a big tit joke because a fucking feminist might chop my balls off. I mean, give me a fucking break, man. Like, and I think that's probably what these kids are going. Like, dude, kids are fucking goofy, right? Like, we fucking tell jokes, bust balls. You know, there's fucking whatever. It's golf course talk, locker room talk, fucking bar talk, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And these people are sick fucks. They want to like control all that, and that. Dude, like that is what these people today that I'm looking at, that's what they're fucking saying. They're saying, these reporters, these are like public personalities. They're on TV. They write columns. They're saying, if you offend me, I'm going to fucking try to destroy your life. I'm going to oust you. Right. I'm taking you public, to private citizens, to their reader, to people who read. The people who fucking pay their bills. Like, yeah. It'd be like me fucking threatening my clients. It's fucking absurd.
It is. It truly is.
It's insane, dude. I've never fucking seen anything like it. Like, you're supposed to be kissing the public's ass. Like, not fucking, like, threatening to oust them to their employers. Dude, I mean, am I fucking nuts? Like,
no, not at all.
Like a client offends me and I'm like, I'm calling your boss and trying to get you fired. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? It's fucking absurd, dude. It's all absurd. And the extent of the fucking evil and lack of self-awareness, like they feel like justified in doing so. Like, it's all rational to them. They're like, well, you know, he's a chauvinist. We have to destroy his life. What? Like that. Well, I think you're an angry, bitter butch. I don't try to destroy yours. Like, I don't.
Exactly. Whatever they can't control, they want to ban. They want to, you know, it's incredible. The most intolerant people in the world.
Yeah, dude, they're a danger, dude. They're just dangerous. And I like I said, man, and actually not like I said, like you said, good. Fuck it. Like if the gloves are coming off, the gloves are coming off. Let you know, if a thousand conservatives have to have dance parties outside of Wolf Blitzer's house every fucking night, good. You know, it's all it's fucking art. It's art when we do it to you. And it's hilarious. Oh, Mike Pence is trying to sleep and fucking we're just having a dance party outside his house. So we'll see. They can't handle the fucking double standard. Like the rules that they apply on you, they can't handle it if you apply it to them. That's like, you're threatening me. I'm a victim. You're threatening me. You're threatening me. No one's threatening you. Fuckface, pussy.
Yeah.
Like unbelievable.
Exactly. Triggered.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's and these people, a lot of them are like Ivy League fucking educated. Like but that just tells you what has become of universities. Like they're.
Oh yeah, dude. I mean, what does that tell you about the quote unquote Ivy League?
Yeah. Like there's like Ivy League journalism, MBA or master's degrees, and they're fucking incredible, dude. In other news, your baby doesn't have to have a gender.
Well, yeah. I mean, look at it this way. It's you can't have a gender, and even in Canada, you know, if you don't use the proper gender pronoun, it's a criminal offense. It's a criminal offense, man. They'll fine you, they'll throw you in jail. I mean, anything's possible. I mean, my God. I mean, this is the slippery slope that we're in. You know, it's a criminal offense, but you know, you could have a mosque down the street who's you know, talking about cutting off the heads of infidels. That's okay, but just don't use the wrong gender pronoun. Right?
They're and I mean, CJ sent the list over, and I was like, dude, this is the same shit I've been addicted to all week. The minute I saw the gender neutral baby or parents agree not to, like, it's like, you know, thank God for Canada's universal health care. It'll cover the 2,000 hours of psychoanalytic therapy the fucking kid will need for his parents being fucking insane.
Yep.
It's like, and the kid probably has a fucking 2-foot penis. Who the fuck knows? Like like seriously, he's probably like it's probably like no fucking question. Like, you know, and they're just gonna fuck him up. They're like, until you're 18, son, you really don't fucking know what you are. Trust us.
Trust us, we know.
We'll figure it out later. It's not important.
But I like playing football and MMA, and I like to go hunting. And
here's a Barbie and a GI Joe. We don't know what you're gonna like yet, but you know, we'll figure. We're trendy. It's fine. You can figure it out in 10 years. Incredible. Like they're
setting the kid up for failure.
Yeah, dude. It's again, we talk about these things every fucking week, but that's why I've been so obsessed with the CNN thing, man. There's like a fine line between, you know, bullshitting and mocking the culture and acknowledge, you know, there's a fine line between that, and then, you know, there's a fine line between when violence is always the one we talk about. You know, there's a fine line when you start committing violence and destroying property. That's one line, but they ruin people's lives other ways, dude. It's incredible. Despite I've never been involved with anyone. Me personally, actually, that's a lie. There's one person, but and if he ever listens to this, he'll know who he is. But that was in self-defense. I've never been involved with anyone in 40 years that I would literally try to like destroy their life.
Right.
And like, just because, I mean, yeah, you have disputes, you have confrontations, you have this, you have that. But when you try to put people in like direct danger or take away their livelihood or fuck with their job, like that's when you're crossing a line there's no going back from, man. Like you're normalizing that kind of shit, like taking bread off someone's table. That's fucking evil, dude. Like
right.
that is fucking evil. And despite what I think of you and my opinion is of you, again, I wouldn't try to harm you or your family or try to starve you or, you know, ruin your fucking life. And that includes guys that have even like, you know, fucked me out of money or try to fucking bang my girlfriend or something. Like I'll cut you off or we'll throw fists over it or whatever. But like, I'm not gonna.
You're not trying to ruin someone's life. In other words.
Yeah, I'll drop a fucking elbow in your mouth. Like, right. You know, you screwed me out of fucking a couple grand. Here you go, take one of these. But
right.
Like I'm not going to try to destroy your existence for the remainder of your life.
Exactly. Life is very difficult for you.
Yeah, dude. It's again, it's vindictive and it's evil, and it shows no empathy. Like the inability to put themselves in a. They basically justify it, and what they do is actually, now we're gravitating towards psychology. They objectify the person. If you, and this is what the Nazis did and the communists did. Any society or group of people that is able to carry out atrocities onto people, well, what they do is they objectify them. They make them seem less than human, and they convince themselves internally that they have it coming. Like, oh, you have this coming anyway. You're just so. And these CNN journalists, in their mind, they're like, oh, this guy's alt-right. We destroy him. Or he's Hitler. He's a Nazi. He's whatever. He's a sexist, a misogynist, an Islamophobe, of this, other phobias and bullshit. Like, once they label him, and then in their mind, that gives them rationalization to fucking crush him. And they're good people for it. They're as our friend Lloyd Blankfein says, they're doing God's work. they're doing God's work by destroying someone, you know, into oblivion.
Right. Exactly correct, man. It's really unbelievable, man. It truly is.
Yeah. Fucking it's just time, dude. It's time to push back. That's the bottom fucking line. Like, this is not a protester. This is not a rioter. This is not some nobody Antifa hippie. These are like millionaires with microphones. Like, right. So they have an audience, they make plenty of money, they're adults, they're educated, and they've declared war on citizens. And, you know, the citizens have said, okay, well, we'll see you, we'll see your raise, and we'll go all in. All right, let's do. And that's what you're seeing, and good for them. I literally can't wait to see the dance parties outside of Jake Tapper's house or whatever. It's gonna be hilarious. Like, good. Like, maybe on that.
That'll be the best one.
Maybe, dude. That's the head honcho, right? Like, good. Maybe now you'll learn you are not God, and there are consequences to your actions. Just like they lecture us, like, oh, there are consequences to if you want to make chauvinist jokes. Well, there are consequences to if you want to destroy people's lives too. Right. So, like, we'll see how they have more to lose than the internet troll. You're rich, dumb fuck. Like, you have everything to lose. This internet kid, this random guy, what the fuck does he care? Like, all right, I mean, he does care, but you're the one with this shit that is exposed. This guy is like, what are you gonna do? Fuck this guy out of his middle class or lower class existence? He's not, you know.
And it's a GIF. I mean, my God, at the end of the day, the GIF is nothing in terms of damage that's been done to them more than what James O'Keefe and Project Veritas has already done to them. That's what the damage is. But if you notice, they don't retaliate against James O'Keefe.
Well, that's dude. That's not a tragedy, but his work has been overshadowed by this colossal fuck up. Like, the shit he did last week was amazing, incredible work. And dude, he always does incredible work. All his videos have been fucking great, from the Hillary shit to the abortion clinic shit to I mean, he does fucking great work. And that's what makes their 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks they've had, so fucking incredible. It's like, holy shit. Like, don't you see what's happening to you guys? You guys, anyone who totally is in a Hillary elitist or globalist or Hillary bot, everyone's looking at this, and that's how I know how bad it is, because a lot of the people in the middle who are even lean more anti-Trump, like they're usually pretty anti-Trump, but the last 4 days, they're like, yeah, this CNN shit's pretty fucked up. Like, you know, this one guy with like 1 million Twitter followers was like, am I reading this right? Is this, are they threatening to dox this guy? Like, so even like the liberal, or even like the middle of the road, you know, independent or middle of the road centrist is viewing this fucking 3-4 days as insane. There's no way to excuse it. Again, they're rationalizing like most evil, sick fucks do. They're rationalizing their behavior. No, I don't think anyone looks in the mirror and ever says what I'm doing is wrong. I think most people, even people who've committed the atrocities throughout history. Is there an echo now?
I don't have an echo on my end.
Oh, never mind. I thought it was me. I think people who even commit atrocities or have throughout human history, I think they're able to rationalize things in their mind. You see this if you ever like watch interviews with like serial killers. Like they'll sit there and they'll be like, well, you know, I was abused as a kid, so I guess me killing those fucking 80 women is fine. Like they're, you know, what do they say? Hitler, what's the joke? Hitler was a vegan or something, or vegetarian. Like in his mind, in their sick, twisted, evil fucking minds, like they think they're doing, they don't think they're bad people. Like I think most of these people, they're so malignant and so narcissistic and delusional that they think they're always doing good. Even if to everyone else, they're like, yeah, this is really fucking evil and fucked up and you're clearly, you know, insane. But I don't think they think that in their minds. I think they think, you know, they're heroes in all this. And, you know, I don't know. I was telling CJ for one on, I don't know how much, once something like this breaks, like I stop shaving and brushing my teeth for 3 days and just I get glued to the fucking internet because I can't believe what I'm seeing. Like it becomes addictive. It's like, holy fuck. So it's incredible. And most of those listening or who will listen probably are already aware of this story. But if you're not, go back and research the CNN blackmail scandal the last 3 days. It's incredible. Incredible. One of the most disturbing things you'll fucking read about in a long time. For me, it was anyway.
V, did your headset die? V, I think he was using Bluetooth earlier.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was. I think the battery died on him. V, we can't hear you if you're there, bro.
I think it looks like he might be muted, dude. I don't know.
I don't see him muted, but you're absolutely right about the time consumption that it becomes such a huge distraction through the course of the day when these things light up. And Gus, you're like me, like these things really have a tendency to really like piss you off. So you get like emotionally charged, emotionally driven going into it. And then it encompasses all your time.
Dude, that's the pisser, man. It's counterproductive as fuck. Right. So I actually like having the pot of coffee at 5:36 in the morning and, you know, try to grab the day by the balls and be as productive as possible. And when I definitely hear an echo.
Yeah, you're echoing now, bro.
But when you get something like this, it's hard to pull away from the screen. It's kind of like anyone who's you first get addicted to like a show or something, and you run through like a fucking marathon on Netflix of watching a whole season or whatever. That's kind of, and as intriguing as it is, and you want to know what the fuck's going on, because this isn't totally fucking irrelevant. We're not talking about the fucking, you know, how big the Kardashians' ass is or whatever. So it's relevant shit, but at the same time, if it consumes you, I still have a business to run. I still want to go for a jog. I still have to go shopping. You still have to live your fucking life. So you want to keep your finger on the pulse and know what's going on and fight the battles, but it could swallow you up, man. It could swallow you up quick if you let it. So I always have to, I get charged up easily, man. So I have to protect myself from letting it swallow me into like this dark fucking abyss of information and tweets and article. It's like, fuck.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, as much, Gus, as it's hard to say it, I'm thankful for Hillary, and I'm thankful for the Democratic Party, because Lord knows how much longer that the MSM, CNN would have got away with this crap, could have got away with this crap that they've been doing for years, right? I mean, who knows? You know, think back to the whole weapons of mass destruction, you know, how they forge this whole narrative. It even makes me think back to V there. Yeah, your mic's still not coming through for some reason. It makes me think back to like when when John McCain ran against Barack Obama in 08. Remember that, when, you know, he was so afraid to go on the offensive. He was so afraid to really make any attacks, you know, against him. It makes me think back to was that whole election, was it all staged? Was it all just a huge front that the media was involved with because they knew up front they wanted Obama to get elected? I know that's kind of far-fetched, but I don't believe anything the media puts out for anymore, and neither does the American people.
Yeah, I think the Democrats are definitely. I think they definitely know what either Republicans politicians won't touch.
All right, I'm back. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Much better.
All right, perfect.
No echo either. Much better. I think the Democrats know that they're better at rolling around in the mud. Yeah. So meaning that until this asterisk, until Trump came along. Right. So the Democrats, dude, if you watch them in debates, if you watch them on the fucking Congress floor, if you watch them during elections, dude, it's all character assassinations. You're a racist, you're a chauvinist, you're an Islamophobe, you're this, you're the. It's all, they roll on the mud. It's not. There's no dialogue on policy. It's 95% character assassinations, 5% policy talks. Actually, let's scratch that. It's 90% character assassinations, 10% shitty slogans.
Right.
We all know the slogans. Obama, hope and change. Hillary, with her. It's always some fucking shitty, you know, half-wit simpleton slogan that you get a bunch of zombies regurgitating. Right. But that's only for 10%. The other 90% is, dude, they roll around in the mud. They will go after everything you've ever. It's basically just accusations to appease their, you know, different categories of oppressed groups. Got to lock down the woman vote, lock down the Hispanic vote, lock down the black vote, lock down the gay vote, lock down the Middle Eastern vote, lock down. It's all this guy, you know. And again, the Republicans try not to touch it. And I think the until Trump came along, the Republicans don't like rolling around in mud. They'll try to say, well, you know, they'll try to talk, dude, and think what you will about Mitt Romney. And I didn't support him either, quite frankly. But Mitt Romney wasn't like a character assassin under, like, you didn't see Mitt Romney try to destroy Obama. But right. The Democrats, the Democrats to Mitt Romney, what they do? They took like the soft-spoken fucking, you know, Mormon guy, and they're like, he changed his fucking dog to the roof of the car and blah. Like, dude, they roll around in the fucking mud. Like, they want to paint you as this vicious, evil, you know, whatever. And that's how they get elected, man. Fuck. I mean, that's what they do.
Yeah. Exactly right, man. They have no shame. I mean, their shame is their politics is a shameless type of politics, so there's no shame for them to roll around in the mud and fight dirty. Whereas most conservatives have some sort of class and some sort of dignity, you know, irrespective of all this. It's truly remarkable to man.
Yeah, well, here's another. So as I was kind of dove in and addicted to the internet the last 3 days, like a lot of the shit I was seeing from like the liberal side, and I'm not talking about think about more like the troll army of liberals. It was like anti like 4th of July. Like 2017, and I think maybe this has just been a culmination of everything from the last year or two. Like they're anti-founding fathers. Yeah. Like quoting Thomas Jefferson or James Madison or George Washington now means you're a bigot or something. Like it's absurd. Like the founding fathers are to political science what the Italians are to fucking art from 300 years ago. You know, like it's insane. Like right. A breakthrough happened in political science where these fucking incredibly educated, well-read fucking farmers came together and fought like the greatest navy and army on the fucking planet, and won, and came up with like a constitutional republic with checks and balances. They took a little bit from fucking Greece. They took a little bit from Rome. They took a little bit from the Byzantines. They took a bunch of Renaissance shit. They took some John Locke. They took some Hume. Like, they took the most brilliant minds of the last 2,500 fucking years.
Right.
And they crafted this fucking government that's been around, a constitution, Federalist Papers, Bill of Rights, that's been around for like 250 fucking years and still applies to today. Right. And like, I'm supposed to hate George Washington because he said bitch once or something. Like, fuck right. You. Like, right. They want to hold, dude, they want to hold people from 250 years ago to today's social justice warrior standards. Like, Thomas Jefferson owned slaves. I know. Yeah. I believe me, I know. But the last 3,000 years on every continent of every race, slavery that was the thing. People, Alexander the Great was a drunk, homosexual, slave-owning, like, you could argue nepotism, psycho, but he's known as like a military genius. Like, right. we don't have to focus on the shit they were doing wrong to acknowledge some of the shit they did right. Like, right. If I analyze every figure from history, like, what did they say? Genghis Khan raped like fucking 400 women or 4,000. Like, what do they say? Like, Genghis Khan's DNA is like in like some crazy percentage in all of Asia or something. Yeah. But like, you don't have to you judge people based on their time, not on today's standards. I can't be mad at fucking, I don't know, Da Vinci for saying the C word. Like, what the fuck? It's crazy shit. They're running out of shit to bitch about, dude. They have nothing to bitch about, so they have to like find shit. Like, it's absurd.
Mm-hmm. Exactly correct, my man. Exactly correct. Hey, man, with that being said, we're at the end of the broadcast. Would you give a shout out to plug your last statements, and then I want you to talk about Perpetual Assets real quick and how your services come in handy.
Perpetualassets.com. You could Google us, go to our website. We promise we will not dox you. We will not. Perpetual Assets, I don't care if we agree or not, I will not release your information online. We actually try to kiss our clients' asses, not destroy them. So thank you. Visit us. We do retirement accounts. We do metals card. Call us, email us with any questions. Cryptocurrency IRAs, gold and silver IRAs, metals card. We accept Bitcoin if you want to use cryptocurrencies to pay for any of our products or services, etc. And again, we will not threaten you or dox you.
Well said. Well said. Gus Demas of Perpetual Assets. Gus, thank you for allowing us to join you and allowing us to cuss along with you, my man.
Dude, it's always a pleasure, my friend. Always a pleasure, man.
It always is, man. Time flies when you're having fun. Thank you all for listening in, and we'll be back again here next week. Take it away, CJ.